It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Beautiful day in the neighborhood. Won't you be my neighbor? Won't you be my neighbor? I swear it's mad professional. I promise. Oh. Don't play with me. What's going on, beautiful people? Hold on. We got to get situated. It's Friday. It's Friday. It don't really mean much. It's just Friday. Let's go blow a bunch of money that we don't got. Yo. Oh, boy. What do we got to do? Are you guys ready for today's episode? You folks. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. You know I do. Let's get this show on the road. Why am I having a hard time finding this? Thank you. All right. Let's do this. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. If this is your first time, make sure you head over to the thumb somewhere at the bottom of the video if you're on YouTube. Subscribe and hit the bell. That'll notify you when we're live. We're live 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And tomorrow is the debut of our talking music show. It's not really a radio show. I keep calling it a radio show because we're playing music. And when I think radio, when I think music with talk, I think radio. But honestly, it's more of a playlist with talk. So that'll be coming tomorrow. And we'll talk about all that on the podcast. Again, thank you for being here. We're recording live. So this is like a BTS of the pod, and we interact. Let's have fun. You know what the show's about. Let's do this. I don't know if history was being made, but if anybody's gonna make history, I don't think it's gonna be Dancing with the Stars. Like, I don't see that happening. That's my opinion, my humble opinion. Yo, today's song is Post Malone. So if you can't hear the music, you're watching. If you're on Apple, Spotify, you can hear the songs. I'll cut all me talking out. Yo, I look rough. I'm woofing. That boy killing. It's Kasabian Lavoe Wine. What's going on, beautiful people? My name is Kasabian Lavoe, and welcome to the Kasabian Lavoe Show. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. So this week, I just wanted to get into some fun stuff this Friday, to wrap up the week, because it's been a very hectic week, just to be honest. All right. Today's show is going to be short-ish. I don't know. We'll figure it out. It's just, besides all the negativity that's going on, I really want to try to have some fun with this. And I just don't see it being fun. Either way, thank you for joining us. Thank you, beautiful people. I appreciate y'all. It's Friday. We're live from Las Vegas. This is episode 226. I can't believe we made it this far either. It blows me away when I say that number. And I'm going to be your host today, Kasabian, with talent on loan from God. Oh, God. I need to bring that back. So we'll be talking about Kanye's Donda Show Part 3, which I believe is the final one. Spectacular. I was brought to tears a couple times. Had to hold them in. Just being honest. Tony Hawk versus Lil Nas X. Are they blood brothers? Like, is this gang related? Is that what's happening here? Is Tony Hawk a gangbanger? The Nirvana baby is suing. Why? Who are you? Anyway, Jake Paul and Tyrone Woodley are fighting this weekend. How exciting. This is like the fight of the century. This is the fight that we've all been waiting for. Every time there's a fight, it's the fight that we've all been waiting for. But to be honest, this may be the fight that, ends Jake's run, but we'll see, and we'll talk about it. And JoJo Siwa is supposed to be making history, and Siwa, I don't believe shit that they're talking about. So my son, for some reason, let me start off with this. My son, he's in Hawaii, right? Why is there an earthquake? The fuck? Okay. My son is in Hawaii, and for some reason, Stefan thinks that I am like a fucking computer or some type of math genius, right? He literally just hits me up out of nowhere and goes, "Dad," sends me a picture of a piece of paper with some algebra that had variables, a lot of variables, mad shit. I know what I'm looking at, but I'm in the middle of meal prepping, and I was in the middle of like filming a meal prep. Like I'm working, kid. So he sends me the thing and he goes, "Dad, I'm in a test. Can you help me solve this? I can't figure it out." And I go, "What do you mean?" "I'm taking a test and I don't know the answer. Help me." "No, figure it out." Like, y'all need to understand something. Just because I'm good at math and people know that I'm good at math doesn't mean that automatically I'm just gonna see something and go, "Oh, man, listen, that's the last shit I'm worried about is your algebra test that you've been practicing for." The fact that he literally took a picture of his test and sent it to me, I'm not even mad at the kid. I fucking love the kid. That's why he's my son. He took a picture of a test and told me to help him. This is great. Should we get into the ads? Today's episode is brought to us by the fun people over at That's My Show. Boom, Hemper. Use Kasabian Lavoe at checkout. And I believe you saved some money. I'm not really sure what we agreed to. Either way, just let them know Kasabian sent you. Use Kasabian Lavoe at checkout. Hemper.co. Get you a Hemper box. It's a monthly box. That's pretty dope. I got the rubber ducky box still posted up. I don't know what's wrong with that. Was that wilding on your end? Also, head over to Popple.co. Use Kasabian Lavoe at checkout and save 20%. And I know what you're saying, Kasabian, what's a Popple? It's just that cool thing you put on your phone? No, Popple is actually a digital business card. And in a post-corona world, it works because you don't want to spread no germs. Delta is really, taking a toll on people. And as an agent, I'm trying to get as much information to everybody as possible. So Popple is definitely helping. And it's a very powerful tool. Use Kasabian Lavoe checkout, save 20%. Let them know Lavoe sent you, save 20%. Matter of fact, wherever you go, use Kasabian Lavoe checkout. And we'll see what it does. It might do something. It really might. So Kanye came out and I mean the spectacular fashion of it all, like I'm blown away. I don't know if his genius inspires or creates doubt and almost makes you feel insignificant, like you're not supposed to be worthy of that type of genius. It's beyond me what the whole thing was. Yo, it looked like he remarried Kim. Like, it was the most beautiful shit ever. You hear him apologizing. I've always told my wife, I only have one weakness, and that's you. Nobody can hurt me. The only way somebody can get to me is if they get to you. Like, they have to, like, affect me through my wife. And Kanye is very similar in that fashion, that whatever you want with him, he's ready for war. But don't go fucking with his family or his wife. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's the one weakness is your wife. And when you got a bad one, listen, it comes with something. And we got to be stronger than the average. But Kanye did. Listen, this is the third time we're kind of familiar with the music. We still watched it. People were flooding in to the stadium to watch him yesterday in his hometown, Chicago. He had Larry Hoover Jr. go up there and speak on behalf of his father, who's still in jail, who's never seen his grandkids. And he followed it with the GD anthem. If you don't know who Larry Hoover is, we'll save that for another episode. But the fact that Kanye went home, literally home, they built it on stage, in the middle of the stadium, and everybody was there with him. The baby was there. Marilyn Manson was there. Some girl, Sia or something, supposedly was pregnant by Drake earlier this year. She was Drake's side thing or something like this. And Kanye made her a piece of the show. She's not even on the album. I think he just brought her out and said, "Hey, yo, you was fucking boy. Can you stand right here?" Because he said, I'm going to finish you. He said, "Stop playing with me." This morning, the album was supposed to come out September 5th. Then Drake hacked ESPN. And his album's supposed to come out on the 3rd, which is Friday. Kanye said he wanted to drop on Sunday. Kanye changed and said, "Nah, I'm dropping on your day." Kendrick put out a track, and he said he was smoking one of our top fives or all the top fives. I'm going to be dead honest with you. I can't wait to see what Kendrick has. He is an enigma in himself. We'll talk about Kendrick another day. I don't know if that song that they put out, him and Baby Keem, was necessarily the one, but Baby Keem is Vegas, so we repping Baby Keem. Shout out to K-Dot and all that. Let's get back to Kanye. The rumor was that the first show that Kanye did was him in hell, and it was obvious it was a rough draft of whatever the album was gonna be. The second one was supposed to be him going through some type of purgatory where he was killing himself and he was gonna be rebirthed. But last night's show honestly wasn't nothing that I expected. And I don't think anybody knew what to expect. The fact that Marilyn Manson was there was something just crazy. And of course, people want to hate, so they want to bring up bullshit rumors about Marilyn Manson that have nothing to do with the night. The Baby crushed it. I think he did a better job than Jay on the same track. We might get Jay and the Baby on the track. I think the Baby is a phenomenal artist, and I'm glad people are standing up for him. Hot 97 did a great job by boosting him up. Kanye supporting him too. Listen, just because we are different and we don't see things eye to eye doesn't mean that we could just end each other because we're not happy with how we were raised, right? Not everybody's the same, and everybody has room for learning and understanding, and we need to have more compassion with one another. I feel like sometimes people forget what equality means. Equality means that there's no difference. Like, you don't do, like, these are equal. These are equal. One is left, one is right, but they're equal, so you don't look at them differently. Yes, one has a space, but at the same time, it's all the same thing. One goes one side, one goes another, but they're the same thing, equal. You know what I'm saying? Like, equality, it takes away from the allure. You don't want equality. You want to be different, and you want people to just, do what you say because you're different. And that doesn't work all the time. Luckily, hip-hop stood up for the Baby, and they supported the Baby. Kanye had cars driving in circles. He came out with his daughters. It was different. Then he lit himself on fire. Kim came in a wedding dress. Like, hip hop is boring. Anybody that says going to a hip hop concert is fun, you're a liar. Hip hop is only fun for hip hop heads, but as a show, hip hop is probably one of the worst things to go watch because it's just usually a guy standing there and rapping. In my eyes, Kanye West took hip hop performances and elevated them to something else. So did Drake, but Kanye was the one. Jay will tell you, yo, when I came out on stage, Kanye's doing all these crazy ass things, and it's a hard knock life. Like, he ain't have it. It's just like these verses, right? You gotta know how to play the right songs. The song might not hit the same anymore. The song might not be a stage song anymore. A lot of writers forget to do that with their music. Kanye always said, I'm making stadium music. He said this for years. I make stadium music, and he really does. He's proved it. He literally worked an album in front of us in a stadium. It's never been done. His genius is amazing, and honestly, I felt very small in the presence of that genius. It was amazing. So, controversy this week: Tony Hawk and Lil Nas X. Remember last episode, I named it Nah, He Tweaking. They wouldn't let me even go live. We had to change the title immediately and relaunch and go live. So it all stemmed from this Tony Hawk news, and I wanted to hold off on it so I knew exactly what was going on. But now that I got a better understanding, it's really petty. So Lil Nas X goes, well, actually, an Instagram page saw that Lil Nas X commented on what Tony Hawk has done. Tony Hawk, I'll give you guys the pull quote from Vanity Fair. The legendary pro skater teamed up with a canned water company, Liquid Death, on a limited edition run of skateboards made with paint that contains his own blood. They're already sold out. Don't even ask about them. If you can find somebody that has one, fine, but they're gone. Hawk, who was an early investor in the company and a brand ambassador, also previously sold his soul to the brand to the end of Earth for the rest of time, including any applicable afterlife, reincarnation, or similar post-mortal existence. That's dope. It's obviously satire. It's a joke. But they did use real blood, and it's in the paint, but it's covered with, paint and clear coat and varnish and things of that nature. But, that's besides the point. I'm not justifying that they use blood. It's kind of gross. It's still weird, but it is what it is. In the video released on Tuesday, Liquid Death showed the process of these limited edition decks and how they were created. After having the blood drawn from his arm, it was mixed in a red paint, and it was used to coat 100 skateboard decks that sold for $500 a piece. It's pretty dope. It had the logo of the Liquid Company, which is the Thirst Executioner, Executioner, excuse me. Let me get that right. It's basically like a guy with a skull. It's like some rock and roll thrasher shit, which isn't offensive. Excuse me. Now, Lil Nas X did something similar with a Nike sneaker. Now, the difference between the Nike sneaker with Lil Nas X's blood and this skateboard with Tony Hawk's blood is that, well, first off, this is Tony Hawk's brand and he can do what he wants, especially if he's an investor in that company, and Birdhouse is his company, so he can do what the fuck he feels. Lil Nas X wasn't an owner of Nike, nor did he say he was selling a Nike. It was a custom Nike. That was what caused a lot of controversy. But what sparked everything, and which I think they forgot, was his video, which was extremely just artistic, to say the least. Dancing on the devil, kissing the devil, and doing all that weird stuff is cool. Whatever, you're expressing yourself, I have no problem with it. I'm not going to buy the sneaker. It doesn't bother me. But if you felt like people had a problem with your video, don't come talking shit about Tony and what he's doing. It's got nothing to do with you. Can we agree that just because you had a hard time, you trying to make it a hard time for somebody else, it ain't going to correlate? And of course, he's going to come out and say, the reason why nobody wanted my shit is because I'm gay. That, I don't like that cop-out. That was, in layman's terms, that's basically what he's saying, that people are homophobic and that's why they didn't want the shoe with his blood. I think this is completely different, because from what they were doing with his blood was drip dropping it into the shoe. This is in paint and it's covered, and it's a way different process than what they were doing. I don't think homophobia has anything to do with it. I don't think race has anything to do with it. I think it was just very shocking in nature, and because it wasn't his own product, he was shut down. You see, if it was his own product and he didn't have to go through Nike or do all that bullshit, then he would have been able to put it out. Nobody would have said anything. Stop using race. Stop using your sexuality. Nobody cares who you fucking or what you doing. Focus on you and come up with your own brand, or come up with your own, come up with some other merch. What the fuck? You could have done a t-shirt or some shit, but you didn't. It's corny. Like, I like Lil Nas X. I think he's different, and I do appreciate his music. It's really good music. It's just well written. If he ain't writing it, whoever the fuck is writing, he's writing great songs, and he fits in perfect. All the other fucking shit, I could do without. Everything else is just, like, this is dumb. Like, why are you arguing with Tony Hawk? Like, one don't got nothing to do with the other. So, supposedly, this is what sparked off the nah, he tweaking. It just seemed like Instagram got hacked, and basically all you saw was nah, he tweaking for hours. That was actually, it was so weird because nobody really had a legitimate answer as to what happened. We just kind of went on about the day. I was trying to comment regular shit and nothing. Oh, yeah, and everybody on that ABC News on Instagram that keeps on commenting and at me, shut up. Leave me alone. Biden's a buffoon. The picture of Biden, he looks like he's praying. It doesn't look like he's praying. It looks like he lost his place, and he's just like, yeah, we just going to bow our heads for a second. He look like Martin, bro. He's wilding. No. Y'all ain't going to tell me how I feel about I love my country and all that shit. Don't come at me with that weirdo stuff. Anyway, I hate being on the internet and arguing with people because I feel like I'm not making my point by just messaging you. Sorry about that. So, you guys remember Nirvana? Super dope group. Teen Spirit, shit like that. Remember that? Probably not. If you're, well, a lot of my younger audience probably doesn't, but the older audience obviously knows who Nirvana is. On the cover of Nirvana's album, excuse me, let me slow down. Kasabian, slow down. Okay. Nirvana put out an album in 1991 called Nevermind. On the album, there's a naked baby, and it looks like the baby's jumping at a dollar bill, like money. He's basically chasing money, right? The baby's naked. He's in water. He's obviously naked. That's usually what you do with a baby because they're like teaching them how to swim. So not a shocking picture, nor is it sexually explicit or lewd or any way can it be taken as CP. I don't look at it that way. Maybe there's a sicko out there. You never know. We can leave it at that. I don't see it that way. Let's continue. The name is great. Spencer Eldon. So Spencer Eldon is the baby on the cover. Now, this baby on the cover has actually gone on to redo this cover multiple times throughout his age, literally from teenager to adult. He's in his 30s now, but he's done this same shoot multiple times, naked as an adult for different brands, different things with MTV. Has even gone and done interviews where he says, hey, I'm glad I did it. It opens a lot of doors. I'm the naked baby on the cover. I've been able to get a lot of opportunities because of this, because obviously the guy is talentless and he peaked at 4 months old. You would be upset too if the best thing that you've ever done was take a picture as a baby in life. I tell people all the time when they feel like they don't have any purpose, clean your home. You learn appreciation. Like, clean up your living room, vacuum, mop, and enjoy a brand new, fresh, clean house. That shit'll make you feel accomplished. You get to see the accomplishment. This dude needs to clean his fucking room and get accomplished. So why am I talking about Spencer? Well, Spencer here has a problem with his album cover because now he says he feels like it was. I'll just read the full quote and we'll get into it. This came from Forbes, and I think it's pretty interesting because he's suing a lot of people. Let's dig in. So Spencer was the naked baby on the cover. Like I said before, the 1991 album for Nirvana, Nevermind. He's suing, among others, Nirvana, the band members, Universal Music, and Geffen Records, alleging claims of commercial child exploitation for using. That is amazing that he thinks that that's a thing. Alleging claims for commercial child exploitation for using the naked photo of him, and claims that he suffered trauma from it. Remember, this is the guy I just told you that did this photo shoot like 80 million other times. So he's full of shit if all of a sudden there's trauma. In this full quote, it says the lawsuit is not only legally and factually frivolous. I think that's how you say that. That's a terrible word for me to say. But it's also insulting to actual victims of commercial child exploitation. Yes, you were not exploited. No matter how you feel, that's not exploitation. If you didn't get any royalties or any rights for the picture, that's between you and your family. Now, if that album cover was blank, would Nirvana still sell the 30 million records they sold? Yes. Your fucking picture wasn't the reason why everybody was running to Nirvana. Stop thinking so much of yourself and, let this go and show you, bro, the internet's forever. Every time you tape something, we're going to always go back. So, Spencer, go get a fucking job, dog. You'll be all right. Nobody even knows who you are. It's okay. Listen, the hardest thing in any type of entertainment or any type of success is making it once. Even harder than that is doing the shit again. I get it, man. Maybe you can jump into a pool naked for the next album that comes out and it might pop you off again. Who knows? Maybe you can start an OnlyFans. The fight that we've all been waiting for is finally here. This weekend, Tyrone Woodley, my boy, and Jake Paul, my other boy, because they're both my homeboys, I like both of these dudes, are fighting in a boxing match. Tyrone Woodley, if you don't know who he is, he's a 5-time UFC champ defender. This guy was a welterweight, and he tore through the UFC. Wasn't one of Dana's favorite fighters, but nonetheless was an amazing fighter with a fucking great physique. Dude looks like a fucking Olympian. Jake is a YouTuber. So Jake's been boxing, and he's doing great. I'm not even mad at it. I love the spotlight they're putting on it, but in all reality, he's got the Floyd Mayweather juice, right? We just want to see him get knocked out, so everybody's going to keep running to see it because they want to see him get knocked out. Let me give you a little breakdown of the fight, maybe give you just a little more information as to what's going on. So here's a tail of the tape. Jake's 24, Tyrone 39. Jake's had 3 boxing fights. This is a boxing stat. He's had 3 fights, 3 wins, 3 knockouts. This is Tyrone's first professional boxing match. He has nothing. Jake is 6'1", Tyrone is 5'9". Jake 135, Tyrone 121st. Bro, are they weighing these dudes in like European weight? Who the hell printed this shit? It is. What the fuck is 2.8 euros? I don't speak that. I'm sorry. What does that even mean? What the fuck is 127th? 2 pounds? What the fuck? All right, whatever. Paul got a 76-inch reach. Woodley got a 74-inch reach. Yo, that 2-inch difference is a big deal. The height is a big deal. It could be an advantage and a disadvantage in both instances for both guys. It's going to be pretty interesting because Paul has never fought somebody that's going to keep pressure on him and just keep coming. He's only fought guys that are not fighters, and they've been kind of afraid. Like, they're fighting like goofs, and he's trying to fight, right? That's why I appreciate him. He's trying to stick to the fundamentals while fighting idiots. This is probably the first person that's actually going to fight back because although it seems like he needs the money, he's going to fight back. And the last fight was pathetic, to say the least. This is going to be pretty awesome. I would love to see... I don't know. I wish them both luck. Break your legs or break a leg. You're not supposed to say good luck. And I just hope they have a good fight. And these prize fights are probably the most money these guys are going to make. Take the fucking prize fights. Stop. Get out of your pride. Go win some championships for free somewhere. You want to go do a mixed martial arts tournament in Thailand, or you want to go do one in Brazil, go get you a black belt, go get you some trophies. But for the bag, beat the shit out of one of these YouTubers. Oh, Supreme Krabby Patty or some bullshit, that kid with herpes or something. Pause. I don't even know why I said that. Let me take that back. I redact that statement. I didn't even make that statement. But Krabby Slim Patty and Supreme Patty, Krabby Patty supposed to be fighting the dude that does the dance, Dan, with the beard. Yo, who the fuck is setting up these fights? I ain't even want to see that fight. Now I kind of want to watch it because they were like really going at it, and then Supreme Krabby Patty pushed the shit out of Fousey Tube. And then that Fousey Tube dude, that Keem dude. You see what I'm saying? Like, all these motherfuckers all know each other. And we in there now. We in there. So the more that we get into this, we gonna learn all these people. But anyway, good luck to Jake and Tyrone. I'm glad they're making all their money. If you saw what's going on in the behind the scenes thing, it popped off yesterday. That's all I'm gonna say. Showtime behind the fight or some shit. I don't get paid to talk about them. Go find it. I just can't wait for this fight. And Krabby Patty and Dan the man with the little, you know what I'm talking about, with the little wiggly leg, do that shit, whatever the fuck he did. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Y'all know. Okay. This is a story that I wanted to talk about, but I really didn't want to talk about, was JoJo Siwa on Dancing with the Stars. I really, it upsets me when I see stuff like this, because this is pathetic, and it's obviously a reach. I'll give a couple examples of why this type of shit bothers me. JoJo Siwa came out as non-binary or something earlier this year. Something about her sexuality. None of my business. But nonetheless, she came out and said that she's, I think it was queer. Just to be correct. I don't want to miss sexual preference her. But whatever. She has a different preference, and that's cool. Knock yourself out. Whatever you do in your house is what you do in your house. It's none of my business. I mean, I don't look at you no different. You're just JoJo Siwa. Like, I'm not going to treat you. I don't know what I'm supposed to do after you tell me that information. It's like, hey, I brushed my teeth in the shower. Good for you. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't care what you are. Anyway, she's going to be on Dancing with the Stars, and she's going to have a female partner. Supposedly, this is history. I don't understand how. Maybe because the show is having two women dance, or two females dance, or I don't even know how to gender these two people. Why is that history? What are they doing? And then is it because, what is it? Why? What the fuck does this even mean? Like, I'm Puerto Rican. My family dances. All I saw was my grandmother and my aunts dancing. Like, that's not something you don't see. Guys dance together all the time. I was a break dancer. We dance all the time. We do dance routines together, and we do, like, bro, steppers dance together, and those are all men. There's female steppers. There's like, you know, different variations of same-sex dance partners. This is not history. This is pathetic that this show thinks that they're creating history, and what they're doing is pandering to somebody's sexuality. And in all reality, we shouldn't congratulate or make this, I can't think of the right word for this. Like, you shouldn't big up this shit. This should be stopped. It's embarrassing, to say the least. Like, you really think that y'all doing something crazy on TV by having two women dance? Have you not been on Zeus? You don't see what they do on Zeus? Have you not heard of Jocelyn's Cabaret? You think you guys got history? Fuck out of here, bro. Have you not watched VH1 or MTV? Like, they've been doing, you know what? It bothers me, because what happens to being equal? What does it matter? Bro, I'll go on Dancing with the Stars and I'll dance with a dude. So what? I've danced salsa with my uncles. I've danced salsa with other dudes. Like, that's a thing. I'm not going to be, okay. Now I'm not going to be sitting there dirty whining or some shit on one of my homeboys. This is not my thing. But that don't mean that I can't do like a step routine or break dance with one of my boys. Like, I don't know. This isn't history. This just shows me that a certain people that lack color don't have culture. Like, what do y'all do? Line dance and shit? Like, I don't know. In my house, we all dance. I just think this is fucking pathetic, and it's stupid that they're touting as, you know, history. Like, oh shit, we're changing the world. No, you're not. You're not. You're not doing anything. Like, we need to stop, because what you're doing is creating individualism, and individualism creates divide. You're not creating family. You're not creating normalism. You're creating separation. If you want equality, stop talking about it. If JoJo Siwa would have came out with another woman, so what? No one would have said shit. Matter of fact, when I go on Dancing with the Stars, I want to dance with a dude. There, I said it here, and that's what I want. If I ever go on that show, I want to dance with a dude. And he better know how to dance, and he better be pretty as shit. And that's just how I feel. And if he's not pretty as shit and don't know how to dance, give me a big, buff, brolicky motherfucker that break. Oh, give me Terry Crews. I want to dance with Terry Crews. Me and Terry Crews are gonna dance, and we're gonna do, cause I'm only 5'6". Terry's like 6 and change, so we could do like My Buddy, or we could do Twins. Like, oh my god, I got like tons of ideas for me and Terry Crews, and we could just be out there dancing. I could teach him some salsa and shit, or maybe I could do it with Dan, and he could teach me the kangaroo thingy that he does. You see, I'm not even gay. It doesn't matter. It doesn't change my, like, I'm straight. So what? Like, I love my brother-in-law. I love my gay friends. It doesn't mean anything, y'all. This type of shit has to stop getting the spotlight because it takes away from what it really is. Like, you want kids to feel included? Stop telling them that there's something. Like, inclusion comes with less titles. Just fucking stop. That's my 2 cents on it, y'all. You know, like I said, equal is equal. There's nothing wrong with separation. Hey, and whoever Zoo Combat is on Twitch, go play on the freeway, bro. Knock yourself out. I'm going to go play video games with my friends. My name is Kasabian. Live in the moment. Don't live in the past. Be safe. Stay dangerous. Lavoe loves you. Wine.